What is good, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I'm in the bed. It's cold as hell. This is the warmest spot in my house, so this is where I'm gonna stay. Let's welcome in James for the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. Hello, mate.
Hey everybody.
He's laughing
Like,
already.
comment, and subscribe to the channel. Show my girl some love. I'll be right back. I got a little left in me. I got to laugh this out. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
James is laughing at Kat, which I don't blame him for laughing at Kat. I genuinely do not blame him because homegirl was acting all sorts of crazy. We gonna get to it though. We gonna get to it. But see the link in the description of this video. There's a link to James's channel, Kiwan JTV's channel. We will be collabing with Kiwan JTV for the premiere of Love During Lockup. She is also a creator who's going to be covering that show as well. So look forward to that. And then Shayna _ MCD is in the description as well, who we always work with. And Oh So Best. Yes, I think I covered everybody. Let me get to the comments. Hi, DM Rocks. Happiest of Thursdays. The week is almost over, y'all. I am so excited. But let's get into this crazy episode, y'all. I was severely agitated with certain situations. We're going to start with Shay and her mom, who are in a much better space and they're doing water aerobics. Who's doing Shay's makeup? Shackled and fired because they do Shay's makeup to look like a drag queen. She needs to stop. Her eyebrows look longer than an inchworm. Like her eyebrows are a lot. Her wigs look very heavy. The glue always looks like when super glue dries on the outside when you was kids or something. Like it's a lot going on, Shay. Too much makeup is never a good thing, and I hope that she wears less. But they're in the water with wigs and makeup doing water aerobics, and Shay's announcing that she's going to have a product launch for her lung cleanse for her Healthy Hands brand, which I've heard good things about. Shay irritated me though, because she gonna tell her mama, I'm grateful for Samantha, Joy's sister, who she was just cursing out for being somebody who slept with her sister, somebody. But now she's telling her mama that she's grateful for Samantha because of an exercise she did that she says was helpful.
I forgot about that part.
This the what? If you have to be fake in order to have a positive relationship with your parent, then you have not worked past the trauma and the issues that were causing your relationship to be negative. Because Shay, what the fuck is this?
This the mirror. Still, you're gonna be a business person. You're gonna be a boss. You're gonna be an entrepreneur, and you're gonna rise above it. Like, y'all get the fuck out of here. When she said that, I was like, Samantha is a clown. Like, Samantha is a clown. Like, literally, like, come on. A pastor, she's been up there fighting her sister at the damn Nation's drive-in. What the hell is we talking about?
Listen, Shay, you could have said that you got something from Samantha, but unfortunately, you're not going to be getting anything more from her, and explain the situation to your mom, who's a Christian, who probably would have understood. But to just act like everything was innocent with your mom, I said, Shay, girl, you crazy. Now, the final thing that happens in this little scene is Shay's mom want to hook her up with a boy who's educated. We're going to come back to that. Did you want to add anything before we move forward?
No, I just thought that scene was funny to me. I'm sorry. Like, if y'all really felt Samantha did something, then fine. I really thought she was playing it up on camera and trying to get a moment, and wasn't probably told this will be the final season of Love and Hip Hop.
You know what? I can't with Shay. I can't. Dear Roxanne, I'm on Shay's side at the end of the episode. I think a lot of us are, but still.
I'm 50-50.
You 50-50?
I'm 50-50. Yeah, we'll get into it. I am 50-50.
But the next thing we see is Kent Jones with his Auntie Sophia. Protect this woman. That's all I have to say. I liked his auntie. Now, his auntie says, I ain't seen you in a minute. I missed you. He played her some of the music, and the music sounded good. I cannot say anything negative about the music that Kent Jones played for his mom in this scene. Now, his auntie roasted him. She read his outfit for filth, y'all. She roasted him in real time. She wanted to say you're looking like a pimp, but she can't say that because she's a conservative Christian. She said, coming in here looking like Rick James. I said, Rick James at
I'm
any
sure
time in any era is like the hot mess express in the best way. Only he could get away with it. Kent Jones, please change your outfit. Keywan calls him the Lucky Charm pimp. To me, he just looks like he's got on a big ass outfit of the Lucky Charms commercials we used to watch in the 90s. James thinks he's confused, and I agree with that. I mean, let the outfit go. You can make good funk music. You can make nostalgic music without looking like a damn fool, Kent Jones. No one's asking you to change your music and what you're doing, but this outfit is loud.
I was with Auntie Sophie. Y'all not gonna make me hate her. I'm sorry. She needed to be a main cast member this
She
season. I'm
do.
sorry. She was with the shit. I'm telling you, I'm not saying for real, like allegedly. Like I used to work with her at the post office. There was so many like them like that in Miami. But she was hilarious. I want him one to leave that perm alone.
Mm.
I want him to buy clothes that fit.
And hire a
And
dermatologist.
and I wasn't gonna say all that, but I was gonna say just wear clothes that fit. Like I get, ASOS be tripping sometimes and sending the wrong size, like because they're large and our large are two
No,
different
no, no.
larges.
There's no excuse for what he's doing. I feel like the way that he's dressing, I feel like he genuinely wants to make a change in the type of music he's doing, but the way that he's dressing, I feel like it's coming across cheap, disingenuous, and ridiculous because he probably put this shit together at the last minute after he signed his contract to be here. Like, what can I do to stand out? It's just making you corny, bro. And then why the fuck did this man show his auntie the PB&J feet video? What was that about? Why would you show that to your elder? Have some respect.
You know how embarrassed I would be if my
Your
mom,
fetishes are
or
your
my
fetishes.
grandmother found out about some shit like that. That I would be into. Like, do you know how embarrassed I would be? I would never. I don't care how much money that's gonna make me. For all you know, I work a regular job, a 9 to 5 downtown. Like you'll never know. That's how I came into millions of
Especially if you
dollars.
know your aunt is conservative. You know this about her. Why would you show her the videos you make that people get off to putting peanut butter and jelly into somebody's mouth from the feet? Come on now. Coming from the same lady who would probably go upside your head when you was a kid if your elbows was on the table. Stop it. I don't understand Kent Jones, but we're gonna move forward. They just had Auntie Sophia fucked up. Honestly, this whole episode, y'all, if I'm being honest. They had Sophia, justice for her. But we get to see Rada. This was the scene of stupidity, insecurity, and deflection, not reflection. Because Rada meets up with Kat, who is Kent Jones' fiance or girlfriend, whatever she is. And Kat exposes that she's going to be nervous to meet Kent's aunt, which is understandable. She says she's going to be nervous because Kent told her that his aunt is a conservative Christian and she is into BDSM. In addition to being into BDSM, I am not explaining to y'all what that means. If you want to know what BDSM is, if you would like to know how BDSM works, I encourage you to go to your local adult website or store and start asking some questions. We're not going to teach you. But she is into that. She says that she is the dominating person in her relationship. Her and Rada get to talking, and it comes out that Kat and Kent also have an open relationship. But Kat tried to make it seem like it was something better than Rada and Michael's situation, which I can understand. She said, oh no, with my situation, I got control. She says she is the queen bee and she's the main girlfriend. And that if she has a problem or is not respected by any of the women that they deal with, that they're put out. I said, oh, that's some culty shit. All right. Well, I guess the only difference is they're doing the open relationship thing with some order. But ultimately, you're both sharing your man with different people. Why get into a relationship if you just gonna be sleeping with your man and a bunch of other people? You could have done that single. But I've been with the same person for almost 20 years, so I don't know if this is like common in dating now because I keep seeing it on different shows, but Are people like doing the open relationship thing now? I don't understand it. Now, Rada is complaining, we don't care anymore, Rada, but I'm looking like, oh, James, how did you feel about, I don't get it.
You know, I'm putting my head down because to me, there's a few things going on here. Let's kind of clear just a few things. One, I feel like you ladies out here, some of you have already put it in your mind that the man is going to cheat. So what you try to do is you try to get ahead of it by allowing it, not understanding that you are short-sighting your relationship before it actually blossoms. By telling a man that's not acceptable under any circumstances, that tells you that one, if he says that doesn't work for me, he's not the one for you. Move the fuck on. There's plenty of other men. Or two, he's going to accept it. You have to understand, women, y'all hold all the cards in the relationship. You do. And the moment that you allow a man to take control, full control, like Rada and this lady do, you lose. And then you want to get angry.
According to Kat, she has full control. And I'm looking at her like, girlfriend, you don't have not a lick of control. You think because you the dominatrix in the bedroom and you the one doing the whipping that you have control? You don't. Trust and believe that man is happy and okay. I don't like it. They're weird. They just both dumb. Hi, Kiwan. This is Kiwan's channel. You guys will be collabing with her whenever Love During Lockup premieres. I think it's next Friday. I usually do those lives on Saturday, but we'll coordinate a time and figure that out, Kiwan. But please subscribe to her. I enjoy her content. Support her. Support everybody Black. But she's actually funny. And I don't just watch a lot of YouTubers. Y'all know I'm finicky. But hers is actually entertaining. So watch it. We're gonna move forward into Shay meeting Waleek. Let me tell you something. That man came looking like a damn fool with that haircut. Let it go, player. Them thin, stiff ass braids, and then you got the nerve to have a lineup, but it looked like I didn't why would he do that to himself?
Man, let me tell you something. Hair is a beautiful thing when it is full and it's extensive, not when it is missing and patchy. I need y'all, when y'all hair look like this, let it go. Tia husband from Real Housewives of Potomac, let that hair go. There's somebody else that I want to let the hair go. Pretty soon, look at me. All right here. I'm going to let it the fuck go, and I'm going to sport a bald head and buy me a whole slew of baseball caps. Thank you.
Not a whole slew of baseball caps. I could not. She said they both dingbats. Ain't that the
truth? They are, yes. I ain't never seen two women as beautiful as they are be so fucking stupid. Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. I've never been like that. I'm a pretty earthy, simple person. I'll wear makeup occasionally and for events and stuff. But other than that, you got to take me as I am. They're beautiful women. They doing the most. And sometimes the women that are beautiful are doing the most to be beautiful, just to end up in some shit like this. Why put all the effort in just to be sharing them with all the hoes? I don't understand it. But, you know. She said Waleek looked like he slap hoes for... You know what? When I seen him, I was like, huh, what the heck? But then, because he's not unattractive. He's an attractive dude. His haircut's just off. He needs to let that hair go. And I was glad Shay told him. But why her mama didn't tell her that he'd been to prison and all this other stuff? But he has changed his life. He needs a haircut. That's really my only negative feedback for him. He do look like if Shay getting his face too much, like he might not hit her, but it looked like he'll grab her by the throat or by the face and hem her up.
Like, what's her name? Man on that reality TV, on that marriage boot camp episode. When she hit him in the face with that apple. I don't remember that guy's name that Tahiri was with, but we raised up and choked the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Yes.
He won't hit you, but you might get strangulated.
Yes. Yes, that's what he reminded me of. I was like, oh shit.
He do kind of look like that. He do. It's unfortunate. But we'll see where it goes. I'm not going to comment too much on them right now. Did you want to add anything to that scene?
You know, I want Miss Sandra to stop hooking Shay up with men or trying to fix her up with men to try to fix this situation of, oh boy, happening. It happened. And instead of you trying to fix your daughter up with the next man, you need to fix her in somebody's counseling session so she can understand why she keeps attracting men. Because this man ain't no different than the last one you tried to set her up.
Shay is attracting, I think, the person she is. The man that she wants, she has to actually do the work on herself, because the man that she wants ain't gonna put up with her bullshit. And I'm tired of women using that. Well, I'm on reality TV, and that, sometimes they see me in that light and it's done. No, because if you was on any other network, this behavior that you have, Shay, is deplorable, and no other network would accept this shit. So you can, like her mama tried to tell her at the end, you can choose to rise above and behave a certain way, but she chooses not to. She went off on Iyanla. Shay goes off on everybody. It's like watching a big ass kid throwing temper tantrums at 44. It's ridiculous. So what can we do? What can we do? Exactly. She's attracting her kind. You are what you attract. And people like to find excuses and reasons to avoid it. But to some extent, every person that you attract has something in them that is similar to you. It takes people a while to get to that self-efficacy, to have the awareness, but it is an absolute fact. And Shay don't see it.
And that's something I talked about in therapy today, because as you guys know, I recently just ended a relationship. And what's crazy is that I actually was able in my therapy session to connect the parts of me that attracted my ex.
Yes, that's why people should go to therapy.
Yes. And it was funny because I've been in 3 relationships in the last 7 years. There's still one relationship that I have not connected those dots on. And I feel like I need to in order to be able to move on and start anew. So that's going to be an interesting journey. So, but I do encourage people, like, start that journey, see what it is. And it might be something simple that you didn't even know you did.
People just need to start reflecting on self, because it's a fact, and it's hard. It's a hard fact. Not all facts are easy to accept, but it don't hurt to look into it. Now we get to the foolery, the ignorant stuff. It is good. That is good. That's why people should go to therapy and actually be honest in therapy, because if you have to be honest, then you'll connect things.
You'll get more out of it. Like, a lot of people are so scared of being judged by the therapist when it's literally their job to work you through whatever it is you're feeling. Like, they're not there to judge you. They're there to help you through it. And as I tell people, I'm 110% honest in therapy because I've been taught to do so from the beginning since I was 17. My dad told me, be honest. I don't care what it is. We will get through it. But be honest about how you feel, because it was about him. So, yeah. So you gotta be honest from the start.
Child, that's the truth. And good for him for saying that. Mm-hmm. Joy, Hot Topic, and Larissa, aka BOOTZ from Flavor of Love 2, for those who watched or didn't watch. Me and James, we're in our 30s, so we watched Flavor of Love middle and high school. We probably shouldn't have been watching it looking back. But you know what? It's what we watched. But BOOTZ is back. She hasn't really done reality television or anything too big in the public. She gives us a little update, says she started an eyelash and hair company, which tells me she needs the check. But it was very nice to see BOOTZ back on television. She looked good. Beautiful woman still, so good for her. Now, Joy and Hot Topic's messy ass. Hot Topic just be along for the mess. This ain't even her plan. This is Joy's plan. Why was Hot Topic even there? But
we needed to make the scene look full.
They needed to make it full, clearly.
Yeah.
But Joy is wanting to use BOOTZ as a way to come at Shay, because Joy is mad at Shay. Why the fuck is Joy mad at Shay? For meeting with her sister or something like that? Or knowing about
I guess it was. See, I have to go back and rewatch that now, because I didn't want to skip ahead, but I'm gonna stay here. I don't know why Joy realistically.
Joy doesn't know. Joy just wants to have a moment. Joy is so annoying and irrelevant. Joy is literally here as part of someone's entourage, and she's only part of the entourage because she's related to the leader of it. Like, Joy, you coming for somebody else when Shay just in the last episode or an episode or two ago was cussing out Samantha and reading her for filth on your behalf. saying that
That's
Joy
what
is
I'm
nothing but
saying.
honest. And I'm like,
Maybe something else happened that got on like the editing room floor. We didn't get to see it. Maybe something else happened. That's the only thing I can come up with because nothing about this makes sense.
I mean, it's
For you.
on BET, so it wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't put it past them, but I don't know. I thought that was odd, but BOOTZ explains her beef with Shay. She says everything was good while they were on Flavor of Love. Everything was good while they were on Charm School. Beyond Flavor of Love and Charm School, the two were very popular and they were getting bookings, deals. I remember BOOTZ did Double XL magazine. Shay did, I think, a couple magazines as well. They were both doing videos like crazy for huge stars. They were the breakout stars of Flavor of Love, kind of the way people love stars on, any other show today. So things were okay with them, but it got to a point, according to BOOTZ, where the two would be booked kind of as a package deal as they were presented on Flavor of Love 2. And everything was going well until the video shoot for Fabulous's song, Baby Don't Go. I remember that video. I remember it coming out. I remember there was some controversy around it and things like that. Shay did do some shady interviews that were super random. Now, according to BOOTZ, and we know that there's parts left out of this story, and this is thanks to James informing me that BOOTZ did an interview with Oliver Twist, I guess, some time ago, and she told more to the story. But essentially, the issue that BOOTZ is saying is Shay is a hater. She knows she's a hater because Shay was booked in the video, I guess, to be the love interest in the video. She ended up not being the love interest. They made it BOOTZ instead, a decision that, neither of them have control over. Shay got upset about this. She was only in the video for a glimpse, like a literal glimpse, driving the car. BOOTZ overheard Shay talking to whoever was working in the background of the video, upset that BOOTZ was made the lead over her. And allegedly, this is where their beef started. So obviously, there's missing pieces because ain't no way you coming back after 15 years so mad that you still want to lay hands on a chick just because you heard her say she wanted the lead over you.
Yeah, and
Even
BT,
if
shame
you're
on
friends
you.
with somebody, let's say me and James both had a dream of being authors. We don't. But for shits and giggles, let's just say we both had the dream of becoming authors and he was the only one to do it or be successful at it. I cannot get mad that he became successful at that or something. Like that doesn't make sense. So there has to be more to this story that they're leaving out. But I don't care about their beef. The only reason BOOTZ is supposed to be here, according to Joy, is to get her lick back against Shay. Now they're gonna make it about they beef. We 9 episodes into the season, so I'm like, how many more episodes is left? Where is this gonna go? But that was our little introduction to BOOTZ. Did you want to add anything before we skip to the end with the?
Yeah, because I highly doubt that BOOTZ really came up here and didn't say what the real reason was for that beef. I think that would have been nice of us to have a better understanding because to me, the fans really are on Shay's side. I get this shit is old. I totally get that. But the shit that BOOTZ said is not out of character for her based on her being on this show. So that's why I was like, it would have been pertinent, but at the same time, they rather go with the old shit to make us all be on Shay's side and bang.
I don't know. She
I'm
says
50-50.
Joy, Hot Topic, and Larissa are a pack of simple hoes. They are. If
Mm.
you have your return to television and you have a brand, shine that. Like, show us that. Do something else. Anything but this. Now, what people really would have enjoyed seeing was you two working out your beef.
Yes, yes, yes,
What
yes,
people really
yes.
would have enjoyed seeing, especially since after Flavor of Love, VH1 didn't really have a hit reality show until Love and Hip Hop. So we would have loved to have seen that because a lot of the people that watch this show are in the age range of millennials, 80s babies, all of that, who watch these things. And I don't really want to see them beef, but we gonna get to the foolery, y'all, which is Kent Jones, Kat, and Auntie Sophia meeting up at a restaurant to eat some sort of food that looked good. And things go left from the jump. This bitch Kat gave her a gift. You were just talking to Rada about how you were concerned to meet his auntie because she's conservative Christian and you are everything opposite of that. Why would you give a conservative Christian older woman a whip with a teddy bear in leather and chains talking about it's a BDSM bear. She came in there messing up the church's money. She did. Did anybody else catch that?
Oh yes, we caught that. We were like,
You
"What
wanted
are
a
you
problem.
doing? Do you not realize this is somebody's aunt? This is somebody's mother. Like this ain't no 22-year-old.
Where's the respect?
Where's the
Like,
respect? Like, because
people
knowing
need
that
to
this
be
was your
learned.
people and he did that, you would feel away. I'm sorry if it was her people sitting up there
She
at
would
that
feel
booth.
all sorts of
She
ways.
yes.
But the other
So
thing that I
oh
think
god.
is really important is, okay, you feel isolated because you claim you're in the fetish, and clearly they're sensitive and all of that. I do agree with you, Kiwan, that she wanted a moment, but this was the wrong moment to have. I'm not for and will never be entertained by somebody disrespecting elders. I'm also not for people disrespecting things like religion, sexuality, anything like that. This lady's religion is her religion. You can have your fetishes and your enjoyable stuff, but you have to accept and respect the fact that not everybody is going to enjoy and want to deal in the stuff that you enjoy. You should have just gifted her a teddy bear or a card, something. Hell, you could have picked her up some M&Ms from the gas station. Talk about, I just wanted to get you something. I thought of you and I like sweets, and that would have sufficed. But to give this lady some sex stuff, that was rude. That was rude. I wanted to go upside her head. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But it goes from bad to worse because then Auntie Sophia looked at her and said, well, Kent's changed since he met you. He wearing these clothes. She said, you got him on the
This is where I
internet
go off
with foot
camera.
sex. I said, oh, Auntie Sophia, not he wearing these clothes. He's doing foot sex online. She said this is not her nephew that she knows. And the aunt got tired of it. And she looked at Kat and said verbatim, just straight to the girl bluntly. She said, now don't you include Kent in your foot sex work. I said, not the foot sex work. What? I said, wait a minute. What do you mean? Don't you include him in the foot sex work? First of all, the situation escalated worse because Kat then puts her feet, which were painted to look like the candy that was in our grandparents' candy dish growing up, that's wrapped in the strawberry wrapper. Her toes looked like that. And she put her toes up on the foot or up on the table next to the food. Now I understand she had the I'm not gonna let this lady tell me what to do. But why did you have to put your foot up on the table next to the food? Where is your home training? You don't have any. It's not. It's the limit does not exist. I. Let me just say this too, Sophia. That's a grown ass man, and people change. Now, while I do think Kent looks like a damn fool, he has the right to express himself, and people change. But Kent, why are you letting this woman talk to your auntie like that? There's just so much to unpack. James?
It is so much unpack. I do agree with Kiwan's comment. The auntie is male identified. She absolutely is. However, in this case, it is warranted
When you hear
because
conservative, you got to assume
yes, come
automatically
on, like
male identified. But
we have to blame her because he knows better than to do that. He knows better. He knows how to act accordingly with his aunt. He knows not to cross bounds. This lady crossed all kinds of leaps and bounds and was so disrespectful that honestly, I would not have been mad if the aunt really did snatch her up. I would not have been mad.
you could tell that she really is in tune with God
Yes.
because you saw her get up and then you did see her catch herself. Security was there, but she caught herself.
Right.
So, I'm going to say this, whether the auntie is Christian, conservative, or not, that was disrespectful because that is both of their elders. I don't know. I was raised by my grandmother primarily and my dad. They are from New Orleans, Louisiana. And in New Orleans, Louisiana, you respect your elders, even if they are not your blood. So that is how I was brought up. And so it made my teeth was itching watching it. I said, I just got off of work. I had schoolwork. It's been hectic. I had to buy a burrito for dinner for my husband instead of cooking. I've been busy. I finally get the chance to sit down and watch TV, and I see this lady coming at the auntie. And Kent, I'll choose her over you. Okay, peanut butter and jelly. Whenever people say that, it's very childish. Like, let's keep it a buck. I've had to choose my husband over some people. I didn't announce it. He was just chosen. So I always look at people when you announce it, like, grow up.
Yes. It's like, one, that lady is not your wife. And then two, it's like at the same time, she can get this money and bounce and go find somebody else because y'all have an open relationship, right? That I never feel like works. Like y'all have to understand something. The writing is all on the wall of the operative of what can happen because we don't have clear boundaries. I don't know if it's based out of insecurity or if it's based off condition, but
it sounds like she got trauma from however her last relationship ended, and it sounds like Kent got trauma.
Yeah.
Heavily. What's poppin', Shani? Good evening. I know it's late on the East Coast. I'm sorry, y'all. I tried to go live as soon as I could. I promise you I did. I tried. Now, next thing we see after the disrespectful foolery is Michael Blackson comes home to Rada, and he is up. Pimp and Madam is Cat and Kent. The truth. Y'all, Michael Blackson irritated me. He got upset because Rada made a post talking about how lonely she was on social media. And this pissed off Michael because he felt like it made his reputation look bad and made him look like a ain't shit dad or deadbeat. He walked in the house talking about the deadbeat is home. And next thing you know, they get to talking, and he randomly asked Rada if she posted what she posted on social media because of Nadia, who is the other woman that he has pregnant, who was pregnant at the same time as Rada. And Rada said, no, why do you keep bringing up that bitch snapping and all of that? I said, I don't give a fuck if you are postpartum. Don't cry about the bitches that you allowed him to have in his life.
Thank you.
I do not feel sorry for this woman. I don't. Now, if you was in a monogamous relationship that you both agreed to be in, and he stepped out and did what he did, I feel you, and I feel for you. But you did not get cheated on, Rada. You said yourself you have an open relationship and he's allowed to have bitches. So she keeps trying to play herself for a victim, and she's not a victim. And it goes back to when we did Marriage Boot Camp, when they were on there. I believe me and James covered it. And we were like, if she has a baby with him, if she marries him, she'll learn that she's never going to fulfill him. And if she argues that, he's just going to say to her, but you knew this from the beginning. You agreed to it. And that's what he's been doing. So Michael Blackson responded to Rada's post by telling her not to bite the hand that feeds her. I said, I know you fucking lying. Let me tell you something, women, woman to woman. This is why you always keep your own something going.
Yes.
I don't care what it is. What it is. Always keep something for yourself. Always keep something in your back pocket. Always have a second plan, and never tell him how much you really make. Always have a second plan, because she need to go. You're not going to tell me to bite the hand that feeds you. And Rada, I'm sure, is established and makes money. But the fact that her family's home base is Phoenix, Arizona, y'all somewhere to save some money. So the money is there, but it may not be as long as his. But how dare you say something to someone like that? I don't like when people in relationships throw things in their partner's face that really you just do when you're with someone. Like paying bills in this case, or feeding her, whatever the fuck he meant with that. Like, I just don't like it. And the conversation went nowhere. Michael is just, you could tell he just does not care for this woman the way that he claims he does, because he's like, you want to see a picture of the baby? She's like, no, I don't want to see a picture of the baby. And she's mad that wants to go and meet his newborn baby that Nadia just had. And she's like, no, You just left me alone. It comes up that he needs to take a paternity test. And he's like, look at the baby. I'll do a paternity test. But if it's my son, I'm going to check. Look at the baby. He showed the whitest, little palest baby. Now, some kids, they take a minute for their color to come in. And that child was likely just born. But I guess because of the kid's color, which I didn't think was a funny joke, Michael, he claimed he will do the paternity test. I don't know. These people irk my soul. And Rada, just leave. Just leave. Because you're wrong to expect a man that you allowed to cheat to not allow him to be a father to that child. That has nothing to do with it. How do you feel about these ignorant people? I cannot.
Ignorant is the word of the century when it comes to these two. Because I have said time and time and time and time again, Rada, you have allowed this man to be for the streets. So just because he proposed to you and you had a baby by him, that does not change the overall atmosphere of the air you breathe when you set the intention. You set the intention that he can go out there and have him a slider too. So when the slider two ends up pregnant, that is the repercussion of what you allowed. So you talking about, no, you can't go see this bitch. No, you can't go see her. No, fuck all this and this and that and that. Ma'am, you cannot do that when you've allowed him to move the way that he does. And a lot of y'all women, I don't understand how you accepted this. I don't understand how this man could tell you. Obviously, it was the money and it was the celebrity status. Obviously, it was. Because there's no way somebody can come to me in my face and tell me, oh, I want to be with you. I love you, but I'm not going to just only be faithful to you. I have to go out there. We're not going to be together. We're not going to be together.
If people really have love, they won't have the urge to be with anyone else. And people still fall for it. Let me catch the comments. Like Evelyn with Ocho Cinco, he told you he was going to fuck other bitches. You said, okay, just let me go first. Shitty said her shit in her name. I heard that. Even if that baby was dark as dark, do a paternity test. You never know with chicks. That's actually true. If you willing to lay down and get pregnant by a man that you know is with somebody else, then you definitely could be laying down with several other people.
Oh,
I believe the woman in Ghana is pregnant for him as well. He's trying to downplay that situation. She probably is, but in Ghana, that woman probably doesn't care what's happening over here. And she's probably not gonna, unless he like flies her out here. She's far enough that he can keep her away from.
Yeah, like that. It was more so the one in LA. That was the one I had the most concern about, especially because Rada does know her, so it's not like she's a complete stranger. So,
yeah. Which is a betrayal, but you know,
it's not a betrayal if she said she didn't put parameters on the shit. Obviously,
yeah, but it's like it just shows how little he cares.
Yeah,
like you don't even care to not fuck bitches. I don't know, like that. Like really?
I don't know somebody would that ain't even know.
But then again, it could also be her karma, not just because she allowed to have an open relationship, but you obviously got with this man because of income and things like that. And now he done threw it in your face and got 2 other bitches pregnant. So Rada and everyone else watching, having a baby will not keep a man.
Sure don't.
You're just adding 18 years plus of work and money to spend for yourself.
And then having to be around
your body, postpartum, the weight, all like
just imagine having to spend the rest of, because really it doesn't stop at 18. Just having to spend the rest of your life being attached to somebody when 5 years from probably the time you give birth, you're like, what the fuck was I even doing in the first place? Like, y'all ever have those moments when you got someone you were with, and then when you break up, you kind of look back a few years and you're like, the fuck was
every
I
time I drive by Eastmont in the hood, I see my broke ass ex, and he got this broke down car he won't tow, and he keeps this little job up at Eastmont Mall securing the welfare office. He sure do. And I see him all the time, and I just be like, I'm so glad he's a deadbeat dad. And he was trying. I tell you, sometimes I said, ooh, glad I dodged the bullet. Dodged the bullet to go on a date with the husband. I said, I'm not getting back with you this time, sir. That was a mess. Shandy said next 18 years of misery having to deal with this
No, it's even okay. So one of my girlfriends, her son by her first husband, he just turned 21 and he just had a baby, right? She ain't seen that man in 4 years since his high school graduation. So what I tell you, she said when she saw him in the delivery room holding that baby, she literally wanted to take her purse and hit him upside the head. Cause she said James he had gained at least 100 pounds since the last time I saw him, and he was ugly as shit. What was I doing? Now I got to look at him with my grandbaby. Knowing I got to spend the next 18 years. So
Lord,
y'all got to be careful when y'all have
be
kids.
careful. You never
Yes,
know.
because you never know when that's gonna show up again.
And
Like
have
you
kids
never
because
know.
you're in love and in a stable relationship or can afford the other routes. Please don't just be having them thinking it's going to keep the man or fix the relationship. It
Right.
won't. Um, Last thing we see is Shay's event. Eliza looking at Walik the way that she looked at him. If Shay actually cared to be with this man, I would have sent him home. Thank you for coming. Can I actually see you afterward? Because Eliza's record, she'll be a target so fast for a turkey baster. No. She will siphon the nut out of that man into her own snatch somehow. No, don't trust it. When she was looking, she said, "Oh," but Shay gives her speech at her event, and after she gives her speech, Joy comes in clapping hella loud and says that she brought somebody for Shay. And the person that she brought is BOOTZ. And BOOTZ comes in there talking about the real star is here now. I'm going to take your job. And then immediately charged to Shay. But security stopped her. Shay couldn't get back to them because Walik was stopping her. So it was a whole beef. Shit popped off. They didn't get to talk. Now, there's not much to say on this scene. I know a lot of people were excited for it because as soon as BOOTZ walked in, it was up. Like as soon as she walked in, it was "What's up, bitch?"
She said like she was dribbling the basketball. What's up, Bucky? What's up, bitch?
I'm
What's up,
like,
fake ass bitch? I'm here. I'm like,
oh Lord.
yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
said, oh Lord.
walking in saying, I'm the real star now. Cringy. I know you wanted to have a moment. You didn't need to do all of that. If I'm gonna walk in and charge at somebody, I'm like, I ain't forget, bitch. You knew it was on site. Something like that. But you talk about you the real star, you're gonna take her job. I said those things never age well. However, that all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. And in the midst of it, Joy hollers to Shay's mom, "Hey, mom, ma'am, I'm sorry, but you got a serpent ass daughter."
I said, whoa.
I would
Okay, this is
never.
where we go way too far.
I understand, like, if you've had, like, I have a close friend that me and James know from high school. She's acted a fool. Her mom, I have spoken to while she was acting a fool. But I would never say, "Oh, your daughter's evil. Are we having this?" I just say, it's between me and her. I don't want to involve her family and talk to nobody. That's it. That's it. Why would you holler at somebody's mama that they raised the serpent? Of course, Shay's gonna like go berserk, and she was also caught off guard. Then they leave the event because security wouldn't let them get to each other. It was just a mess. Joy was popping the balloons. I'm like, what is she popping these damn balloons with?
I'm
Joy
like,
is popping the balloons.
with a
BOOTZ is
damn.
calling Shay ugly. It goes worse because inside Shay is mad, which I can understand. If I'm caught off guard by a bitch I haven't spoken to or mentioned in 15 years, by someone I thought I was cool with, I will feel away too. But Shay's in there going off on Waleed and now holding me back like he know me. Girl,
Okay.
if he didn't hold you back, security was. Why would he allow you to fight when two people came in after you? And then Eliza, oh my God, they tried to jump you. Why are you saying stuff that's going to escalate versus de-escalate?
Right.
De-escalation is always key. Eliza, go somewhere.
This
Please
is when you wanted someone to catch the stray that tricks count when Diamond walked out that dressing room and said, "Let's go." That's when you wanted someone to give her the tricks, slide real quick. I'm gonna just hit you for GP purpose, like just GP, just because you was in on this shit too. Like, just shut your mouth.
Shay was doing too much. She also told the guy at the end of it, because her mom was like, you have to learn how to rise above and change. Just because they act like that, you don't have to act like that. You're better than that. The Shay, I don't care. I'm mad. And then her mom is talking to him, and because they're like, why are you talking to him like that? And she's like, I don't care. If he can't deal with it, he could get the fuck on too. I said, girl, and that's why you plus 40, the baby mama of a nigga that belonged to somebody else, unable to even get an engagement that is legit, because Fabo don't count. So I'm looking at Shay and I'm like, this is why Yanla went to the bush and wept. BOOTZ, this is too much. Like, be smart. Be fucking for real. You gonna go to her event on camera knowing that security is there and get an announcement. How would you have even expected or been able to run up on her? This could have been filmed. She should have played cool, had them meet up or something privately in another scene. But to do it at the event, I did kind of feel bad for Shay, because I do think her brand, separate from this show, is actually a good brand. But what can we do? Shani said next 8. Oh, I caught that. We were all annoyed, Kiwan.
I was more annoyed with Joy than I was BOOTZ.
I don't take Joy seriously.
And that's the reason why I was annoyed. Because at the end of the day, once again, this didn't have shit to do with you. When she met up with your sister, it was on some foo-foo shit anyway. She ended up calling your sister out, which you had no idea. Instead of you asking her, instead of listening to what Gael was saying, then you probably would have got certainty of what really did happen like that, because Gael halfway told you the story any fucking way. So for you to go up there and then talk about you, even though I know this is BET and the producers bringing BOOTZ back on TV, I totally got all that. But for you to want to insert yourself and be the spearhead and do all of this, that was really stupid. And where the fuck you get a pencil to pop all the fucking balloons is my question. And like, where the fuck did that even stabbing the balloons? And it was like,
with an angry face. I said,
oh. It was like, what is going on? Like, y'all really went to this girls' event and did this? Like, I felt, that's where I'm 50-50. I felt bad for Bucky, because I feel like for me, this was a professional on-camera event that she's trying to spearcase. People are watching. She is having viewers who may get curious. And sometimes that does stop other networks from promoting your stuff when they're curious about it, because they're afraid of how you gonna act. So I hate that she got out of character like that. But at the same time, I hate that that was brought to her, because I feel like this was not the moment to do this. Like, things have repercussions. Like, she could really lose out on money because of this. Like, y'all have to be careful.
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Shay's known to have an independent business, and Shay has been on VH1 since 2006. And she ain't gone to another network for anything, not for spinoffs, not for anything. So I don't feel like her events have always had fighting. We just saw someone fighting at another event for Shay last season. I feel like every season we see an event for Shay. Sometimes they go well, other times people fight. I don't think it'll hurt her business. I don't think it's that deep. If you have your business on Love and Hip Hop, people know you're aligned with the foolery. But what I do agree with is that this was not the time for BOOTZ to do that. Because regardless of business and stuff, it's like, it's stupid. If I'm going to run up on somebody and I want to fight somebody, I'm not going to run up on them when they're around a shit ton of people there to support them in front of cameras, investors, and all of that. I'm going to wait, and we going to go to the park. We going to go somewhere. I'm going to knock at your door and ask you to come outside, and we go figure it out that way. But to do it at an event, I feel like just in general is like.
And to me, I feel like, why not just avoid her and just come on the show? And
thank you.
Like, why not just do it like that? Because we would have loved you doing that versus wanting to come in here just to start something
then you wouldn't have to hear about Amara's perverted ass baby daddy and her being happy to be a pick me, and some
they gave her a raw deal.
Doll who bring nothing to the show. Like, we could have replaced some bullshit with some bullshit, but allegedly this show is ending. Or not allegedly. This show is ending. It's alleged for the other Love and Hip Hop, but based on Spice's recent gospel parody of a joke, I feel like they may be filming.
They're filming. They're supposed to be back on February 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joy.
They're coming back. I don't understand why, but you know,
y'all, the headache that is Love and Hip Hop. Let me see. Does she have these events just so people can fight? That's what Shay is 50-50 with her events. Some of her events, a lot of them actually are positive, but Shay's known for fighting, is why I said that. Like, we always see her losing her mind, throwing something at people, you know, and all of that. So, but in this situation, she didn't start it. And I'm always disappointed when someone's trying to work on themselves and is tempted so soon, but that's what happens on TV. Shani said, why run up and fight somebody when you got your good clothes on and you looking all cute? Or you think you look all cute? Listen, she had on a little cheap Fashion Nova romper.
Sure did.
Okay. You can
that
move.
That wig was glued tight.
Glued tight.
That
You
scalp.
sell wig glue boots.
I think she does. I was looking at
she probably does.
Her hair care. That shit look like, you know, you go give Gorilla Glue Girl a run for her money, because that wig did not move. That wig did not shift. That wig did not stay in. Them edges was laid. One thing I'll give Boots is good quality shit, because when you see, it's like the glue Candace had when Monique was whooping her ass on Housewives of Potomac. That wig did not come off that head.
It did not. And she tried. Monique.
Monique.
Wig stayed attached.
Yeah, so whatever manufacturer, whatever horse y'all got that glue from.
Not whatever horse, you know what. Let y'all, that was it for this episode. I did have fun. I cannot with James. James has been spicy all day today, not just on live. This man has been spicy in text messages today. I don't know what it is, but I'm here for it. I love it. I love to see it.
Because everybody getting on my nerves today. Everybody is getting on my nerves. But if it ain't my job, it's somebody else.
Listen,
I got to do this. I got to do that. I had therapy today.
Justice for Auntie Sophia.
Yes, I need to see her again. I'm sorry. She was like, you know who she reminded me of? She reminded me of, what's the lady's, what's Amber Diamond from Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood's mama name? They grabbed her wig.
Her name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yes, they grabbed her daughter wig and started. Yes, she reminded me of that lady so much.
This lady is truly saved, because if she really wanted to get that girl, that's how you know God was talking to her and speaking through her. Because I would have knocked that foot off the fucking table with the chicken. Now your foot is glazed. I would have tore her up. But what can we do? Before we end, though, y'all, announcements. The next live on my channel will be tomorrow. We'll go over Housewives of Beverly Hills, because they are back tonight. Prepare for the snooze fest. And then we were also adding the Valley Persian style to the lineup. So I will be covering that. I do cover Bravo's The Valley. For those who are familiar with The Valley is pretty much showing Bravo stars from a previous Bravo show that's either done or had people who were younger. We're pretty much seeing them act like real adults. So the Valley Persian style is essentially Shahs of Sunset for those who watched it or didn't. But myself and James will be covering that tomorrow, and we'll be adding it to the list of shows that we will cover. Next week, I'm also adding Love During Lockup, and James is going to join me for the first time. I'm also going to collab with Kiwan JTV, so see the link in the description for both of their channels. We will be back on James's channel, I think on Sunday, for Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yes, it would be Love and Marriage Huntsville. I think it would just be the two of us. I don't know if I'm adding anybody. Depends on what that episode looked like.
It depends on how it looks, y'all.
Yeah, it depends on how it looks, y'all. Because we don't know. Because last week I knew that shit was going to be a hot ass mess. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, I need some help.
They went viral before the episode could even air last week.
Right?
I said, Lord. But I am happy to see BOOTZ back on TV. I do hope that she uses the platform for good. I don't know if next week is a finale, or I don't know how many episodes they're going to do since they're on BET.
I think they got 13 episodes. So or it's either 12 or 13. But next week is not the season finale. We're going to have a couple of episodes with BOOTZ. So yeah, hopefully she takes advantage of the opportunity, and hopefully this won't be the last time we see her.
I hope.
Yeah, hopefully she just ain't our one and done, because she was one of the first of reality TV that made fighting on reality TV enjoyable.
That is actually the truth. Actually the truth. Nobody else really did it. So all these baddies people love, they're not doing it right anyway, but they are definitely not the originals. But y'all, that is it for today. We appreciate everybody. I do hope that you liked the video. Leave a comment. Shout out to our replay gang, and I will see you guys again tomorrow with James. Good night.
Good night.